I am absolutely not going to talk about this very long, but I just felt it was necessary to do a little bit of an update. So, first of all, I'll just say that for the last couple of hours, I was busy watching this movie right here, The Drug King. And this was a really good movie about the real life of a South Korean drug dealer who is basically like their equivalent of Walter White, selling crystal methamphetamine in South Korea to Japan. And it was a really good movie. And most of you, I don't know if you like crime drama. This was actually a funnier movie than I expected it to be because they put a lot of humor in these movies. And this was actually a pretty good movie. I also watched this movie, A Family, and A Family is pretty good. It's a Yakuza flick. I like Takeshi Kitano's Yakuza flicks, but unfortunately Netflix doesn't have any Takeshi Kitano on right now. So these two videos, A Family and The Drug King, are definitely worth watching. So that is not what I planned on talking about. What I planned on talking about was actually the fact that just today on Forbes, well, it looks like hundreds of billions of dollars have been lost as major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, tumble in a crypto crash. One of the funny things about cryptocurrency is you can almost set your watch by the crashes. You can almost, I could set my fine clocks by the crashes. Hundreds of billions has been wiped from the cryptocurrency market Tuesday amid a market-wide crash that has seen the prices of major cryptocurrencies, include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana, plummet and fall sharply from near record highs this week. The price of Bitcoin plummeted to around $60,500 Tuesday morning, down 8% from 24 hours. Most major tokens, including Ethereum, XRP, Ripple, Cardano, Solana, and Dogecoin, have experienced similarly steep drops over the last 24 hours, falling between 7 and 10%. Of the four most valuable cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, excluding the biggest, which is Bitcoin and Tether, a stable coin pegged to the US dollar, Ethereum fell 9.6% to around $4,300. Binance BnB 8.9% to $590. Solana 7.5 to $225. Well, according to all of the crypto gurus, what did they say? Well, the crypto gurus, I know they don't agree with this. Oh no, Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 by summer. Bitcoin is gonna be $100,000. We're going to the moon. We're going to Pluto. Wait, hold on. Wait. What's this guy's right? Entrepreneur David Goldstein says Bitcoin will hit $100,000 as big investors flock to the token. Was there a date on this? Was there a date certain on this? What was the date? What was the date? I gotta see the date. October 7th, 2020. Well, that's really interesting because I was told that Bitcoin was supposed to be $100,000 by summer. That's what I was told. It's gonna hit $100,000 by summer. We're going to the moon. That's what I was told. Wait a minute. This is a real-time update. It says Bitcoin 60,000, Ethereum 4217, Cardano 1.8. Well, wait a minute. If that's a real-time update, hold on. Let me check Coinbase. The real-time update is 59,834, down from 65,000. Ethereum is at 4198. No, what are you crazy? We're hitting record highs. It's at record highs, stupid. What are you talking about? The dollar's gonna crash. The dollar's going away. American economy's going to disappear. We're at record highs. We're gonna get the Cardano. We're going to the moon. But that's what I was told. That's what I heard. I heard Bitcoin was supposed to be $1 trillion by 2020. Somebody, a crypto gurus told me. One of them said $1 trillion. One of them said $1 million. And And a number of them, including Mr. Lefkowitz over here, said 100,000. Oh, by the way, Ripple, 1.09. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up, pal. Oh, wait, Dodge 24 cents. I can't even buy bubble gum with that. That 24 cents, that's a penny too short. They'll never sell me the gum at the Korean grocery store. What? Are you kidding? Safe Mars, Safe Moon. Wait a minute. Whoa. What about our hero Shiba Inu? I know they doing good. We're going to the moon. Wait a minute. Wait. What? Wait. But they were just talking about Shiba Inu is supposed to go to a penny. They're supposed to put $10 trillion in it. And we're supposed to go to the moon. We're supposed to go to Pluto. We're supposed to go to Jupiter. We're supposed to go to Neptune. But wait a minute. It's down. What? This doesn't look like Jupiter. Yeah, well, okay. I think I got that out of my system for 6 minutes. Let me finish off the last 4 minutes of this. Let me just finish off the last 4 minutes by talking about something important. And I got to give a shout out to Ramil Amir because he mentioned it after I talked about this about weeks ago on one of his shows. I was offered money in order to house displaced American citizens. But later on, it turned out that Airbnb and the government itself, the U.S. fucking government, are offering the government. See, here's the thing. The government has plenty of ways to subsidize shit. Now, I know a lot of you are very upset because you found out that the government was trying to give these people like $400,000 and everything. Meanwhile, American citizens in California are homeless, and you got all of these displaced minorities that the government don't give a fuck about. And you got all these white people in Texas and shit, and they're homeless too. You got white people in California. I know a lot of you white people are upset that the government seems to be giving your money away to Afghanis and everything. But I also want to call your attention back to the fact that we were doing the same shit with Syrians, and we've done the same thing with a number of other immigrant groups to this country. And I know a lot of black people are angry and they're upset. They don't like the immigration. They don't like Biden's immigration policies. But I will point out that the immigration policy has basically been going in the exact same direction since longer than President George W. Bush. But since none of you motherfuckers actually pay attention to history, I guess it really doesn't matter. You don't pay attention to the actual details. You just want to jump onto the fucking bandwagon and you just want to ride that as far as you can. Bottom line is, I've said it before, you are being replaced. White people, black people, you're not fucking, you're not having children enough. By the way, and let me explain that. 2 children, because I know the first thing somebody's going to say is, oh, but I got 2 children. Here's the problem, though. 2 children is not enough. It's just not enough. They've actually done studies that say within a couple of generations, like if every single generation were to have like 2 children, that generation would basically end up fizzling out and dying within a couple of generations. These people, however, you see Fatima right here. Fatima, she's got her nice bag and she's getting ready to get on that plane so she can come over here and get that welfare money from the United States government. And you see little Shahib right here. And you see Rizwan, he's got his luggage packed. Rizwan is coming to your house. And not only is he coming to your house to replace your white ass or to replace your black ass, by the way, Airbnb is offering money to members of Airbnb to help relocate these people. So I mentioned on Ramil Amir's channel, and you probably noticed I posted in the community chat. He even shouted me out for it. I mentioned weeks ago that the government was actually offering money to people who have secondary housing or, who own multiple houses, whatever. The government knows who we are. They were offering $10,000 per month. Per month! to either house displaced California residents, displaced hurricane residents from the South, or Afghanis. Now, I think Ron DeSantis in Florida, I believe, he's already raised hell about this because he knows about it. I mean, after all, he's the governor. He's higher than my little black ass. He knows way more than me. But anyway, he's upset because the government right now is moving these people into Florida. Just like when Obama and Hillary Clinton were in office, Obama was being president, Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, they were bringing in Syrians. And as you know, during the Bush administration, there were a whole lot of illegals coming in from the southern border. And I'm not just going to blame Mexico because they were coming in from other countries too. So I'm not just going to blame Mexico. And also, what I will say is because of the hypocrisy of white Americans, y'all didn't get that loud and upset when these people were coming from Yugoslavia because they are lighter in skin tone. So I'm just pointing out that these immigration policies have been continuing and continuing, and sometimes they're white people, sometimes they're dark-skinned people, brown people, this, that, and other. But y'all only really get really upset when they're coming from the dark countries. But guess what? Listen, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. If you're a racist, congratulations. I'm not here to judge you. I had a lot of racists come on my channel the other night. Listen, I'm not here to judge you. You can do whatever you want. I honestly don't care as long as I'm getting my money. And I'm getting my money not through the welfare state. I'm getting my money by working. But the bottom line is, I've told you all this before. Most of you either didn't listen or you didn't know because of the fact that, YouTube throttles my channel. But meanwhile, anybody's talking about Shiba Inu, their channel gets views. But that's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Hey, listen, I'm not upset. Listen, if that's what Google wants to do, if they want to sucker stupid people into that crypto bullshit Ponzi scheme, let them. While I'm over here purchasing real estate and getting offers from the government and Airbnb to house Afghani refugees. So what are they saying right here? What are they saying? They say Airbnb offers free homes to Hurricane Irma evacuees. Airbnb to house 20,000 Afghani refugees. Well, here's a question. What did they give you? What did Airbnb give you? What did they give you? What did they give you? They're housing everybody else. What did they give you? What did they give the California homeless people who are all homeless on the street? What did they give them? They're taking shits. You know how you know you're in a poor country? When you're walking around and there's human shit like everywhere. Like every block you walk, there's human shit. I've seen that in a couple of Southeast Asian countries. I don't want to name names because somebody will get upset. But when you see that, that's how you know you're around poverty. When you got human shit, like it's like dog shit, but it's human shit. Human shit has a texture and it has a volume that totally, you know right away that's not dog shit when you see it. Got these people literally shitting in front of businesses. These people are homeless. They're living in tents, tent city. But Airbnb says we gonna fly over Fatima and Rizwan. And Fatima and Rizwan, they're gonna pay me, a homeowner, $10,000 a month to house Rizwan and Fatima right there. What did they give you? What did they give you? See, this is the reason why I don't get views. This is the reason. Because they don't want to hear what I'm saying. They don't want to hear what I'm saying. Nobody want to hear that shit. I'm talking to a dead microphone. Nobody wants to hear what I'm saying. Rizwan don't want to hear what I'm saying. Fatima don't want to hear what I'm saying. And I'm not even being racist. I'm just saying, listen, this country is $30 trillion in debt probably by next year. I think we're already at like 29 trillion at this point. But they find money. They find money for Fatima and Rizwan. But meanwhile, here I walked out, and this is a true story. I was in Trader Joe's yesterday. I walked out of Trader Joe's. It was the Trader Joe's that was on Queens Boulevard, right next to Metropolitan Avenue. White guy sitting on the ground with a sign, "We'll work for food," or "Need money," or something like that. I didn't even read the sign because I had to get out of there. I had to go pick up somebody. I was on the street today, and I was driving my truck. I was on the what was it? The Belt Parkway. Um, and there's a homeless guy walking at the stop sign, white guy. And I'm looking and I'm like, you know what? I've noticed white poverty in this country is going up. Now, we already knew black poverty was where it was because, like there's a lot of mental illness. A lot of the black females, they get, what is it called? Section 8, and they get money for Section 8 and this, that, and other. White women get Section 8. A lot of the men, however, I noticed white men, black men, white men, they getting put on the straight. The women are getting Section 8. They're getting shelters. But meanwhile, the government and Airbnb got money to give to Shamir right here. So I'm trying to understand, like, how is it there's so much American poverty please do me a favor, don't try to blame just Biden, please. As far as I'm concerned, this is the Congress. And if it's the Congress, and it's not the Congress, it's you. The people you are voting for. And I'm not just talking about Democrats, because you know damn well, if you go to these Republican states, they got the same problem. The people that you're voting for in Congress are what's destroying the country. And the sad thing is, you really actually believe there's two different sides to this. The right wing and the left wing are two wings on the exact same bird. And they together are taking turns robbing the bank and driving the getaway car. It doesn't surprise me that someone who looks, sounds, and talks like Donald Trump can win the presidency. It doesn't surprise me. I think the people at this point are so hateful and sick and tired of this situation that at this point they're ready to continue to vote for dictators. Anybody who even sounds like a dictator can get in. I think I should run for office. That's what I think. Now, you know that MSNBC and CNN are going to pull up all my videos, and they're going to call me a sexist and a racist. They're going to call me a gun nut, and they're going to call me all types of names. And then, the right wing, they're going to be like, yeah, well, you can't trust him because he didn't like Kyle Rittenhouse, and he didn't like Trump in his fifth hour. But the bottom line is, it's like, y'all are voting for the worst possible people you could be voting for, who do not have your interests at heart. The government is giving tax breaks to Airbnb to pay somebody like me money to put them in my house. Does that make sense to you? So that's just what's happening. And I don't know if you paid attention to this, because most of y'all don't pay attention to nothing. But also, now, and I don't really have a problem with this one because these are American citizens. Airbnb offers free housing to thousands fleeing California wildfires. These fires are growing and growing and growing. Now, this was August 24th. The government and Airbnb worked together on this to find houses. And basically, if you live near California and you've never heard about this, you should check in on this. The government will actually pay you, or Airbnb will actually pay you high rates to house displaced American citizens. Now, if you don't want to house displaced American citizens and you'd rather get Rizwan, Fatima, and Shamir over here, they'll pay you for that too, except they'll pay you more for that. Now, not to beat my own drum, but when I keep on talking about how I don't invest in cryptocurrency, and I will say this, I do mine it, but I mine it at almost no loss to myself. I use some computers, I mine some shitty altcoins, and then I change them in Coinbase or whatever, but that's not even worth talking about. Every time I turn around, that shit is dropping. Or it's getting hacked, or it's getting robbed or stolen or a sell-off, whatever. But the thing about it is the real investments, dividend-paying stocks and real estate. I've maintained that for the last 10 years. I've maintained that. Dividend-paying stocks, ETFs in general, and real estate. I've maintained that for so long. Just because you show me a flash in the pan, oh, wait, how much is that flash in the pan? We going to the moon on 0.000048. I don't think we are. But yeah, you show me the flash in the pan at 59,834 and dropping, and I'm not impressed. My thing is, listen, if you're going to invest some money, if you're going to invest real money, you need to own your fucking house. You need to own your townhouse. You need to own your condo. Because when you own your house, your condo, your property, that's when you have a real dividend coming in. Because Airbnb wants to come to you and pay you to use your house. Airbnb asked me how much they could, how should I say, pay me to use a property of mine. I have a friend who got a similar offer. Her offer was 40,000. I kid you not. This is bullshit, but I kid you not. $40,000 for 5 months. $40,000 for 5 months. I think it was a family of 4 to use her house. Now, she lives with her mother, unmarried, childless. She lives with her mother. Her mother's elderly and sickly. And she was asking me about this, and we were talking about it. And the problem with her is she doesn't have a second house. She only has one. And I was like, well, if you knew somebody, like if your mama had a property, which she doesn't, or if you knew somebody else and you could move in to that person's house, you'd be able to pocket that $40,000. You'd pay the other person a little bit of money, and you'd be able to live in their house, and you'd be able to live on a minimum amount of money. And by the time the situation was over and you get your house back, that's what you probably have about $30,000. I don't even think you'd really spend $10,000 if you had a good situation. But maybe you would. Maybe you would spend $10,000 because I'm pretty sure somebody would accept it for just 4 or 5 months. $10,000 is decent money for 4 or 5 months. That's $2,000 a month. But that's what you need to be investing in. You need to be investing. First of all, I hope you can even find property. Can you even find property right now? You look on Zillow, the mean price of a house in America. The mean price. In fact, I could just pull it up because I got the computer. The average price of a house in America. The average price of a house in America has risen. Average home price in the United States, $374,900. The median home sales price, $374,900 as of second quarter 2021. This is actually a little bit behind. I heard that it was actually closer to $400,000 right now. One house, $400,000. You can't even find a starter home at this point. That's a reasonable price. $300,000 is not a starter home. A starter home is like $200,000, between $200,000 and $300,000. But guess what? The price, because of inflation, has been pushed all the way up to damn near $400,000. Because you got to remember, this is they're talking about quarter 2, 2021. Dude, we're in quarter 4, 2021 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are, and we're talking $400,000 per house. I've got shit left all over my porch. Oh, are you interested in selling? Oh, we'll buy your house. I tell you, get the fuck off my porch. Get off my porch before I have to go Kyle Rittenhouse. Go inside my house and get the AR and go Kyle Rittenhouse. Get off my porch. I'm not selling shit. But y'all busy chasing the Bitcoin crumbs.